Hello everyone! Today we are going to delve into the lore of Legend of the Five Rings with the families of the Crane clan. The Crane clan are less focused on military as a whole compared to the Crab clan and much more artistic and educated in proper etiquettes. Although they do not concern themselves with military study, they are unequaled in the art of dueling and as such make them a viable opponent for every clan. We ended the previous video with the Yasuki family branch of the Crab clan. Like I said, this family was originally Crane, so let's start with that family first. The Yasuki family. Before the Yasuki broke from the Crane clan, they had a different mon. The mon of the Yasuki depicted a crane on the left side and a chrysanthemum on the other. The mon was considered bad luck with the Yasuki, and most items that carried this mon were destroyed to prevent such bad luck. The Yasuki believed that if an item with Old Mon was brought within the walls of the Black Crane Palace, it would bring about a year of bad trade and ill fortune. The Yasuki were an important family to the Crane in the first 300 years of its clan's existence. They helped form the Crane's financial empire. The Yasuki defected to the Crab clan and ever since have been seen as traitors to the Crane. The Doji family. Their mon depicts a crane holding an 8-pointed snowflake in his beak. For as long as the empire stood, there has always been a crane courtier at the emperor's left hand. Lady Doji was the first emperor's advisor. The Doji are perfectionists, both in court and in life. They think of life itself as an art to be lived with finesse and without regrets. Death for the Doji is nothing to be feared. For if you have lived your life to the fullest, with no waste and no regret, what can death take from you? Long ago, when the first Hantai became emperor of Rokugan, he and his sister Lady Doji created the system of Hinin, Heimin, and Samurai. The lands were divided among their brothers and sisters. Hantai I chose to build his palace on the plains on which they fell from the heavens, Otosan Uchi. The last words of Lady Doji are now the motto of the clan. Be more concerned with good actions than with great ones. The Kakita family. Their mon depicts a crane's wing outstretched around an unsheathed katana, a symbol that the Kakita must always be ready to defend their clan and the imperial line from their enemies. Their motto is, for the coward there is no life, for the hero there is no death. The first Kakita was the husband to Lady Doji, and the first true Yayutsu duelist. He created the first dojo and taught all who had the discipline and ability to learn. It was known that he had a strong dislike for the Mirumoto two-sword style, and therefore compiled one of the two most important works on swordplay, The Sword, a work on honorable dueling. For many centuries, most Bushido schools in Rokugan taught The Sword. Ever since the creation of the Yayutsu school, every emperor has sent his sons to the Kakita to study the art of war and personal combat. The artisans of the Kakita are respected and renowned throughout Rokugan. The founder of the Kakita artisans was Kiyamori, the sister of Kakita. She was a poet and a storyteller. Her works inspired many paintings, texts and songs. The artisans of the Crane have earned respect and admiration, from origami and painting to dancers, musicians, and storytellers. Within the artisan school, there is a saying, all people are born into life, but the Crane show them what it is to truly live. The Asahina family. Their mon depicts a crane's head holding a peach blossom in its beak. Their motto, knowledge must be earned, not simply learned. The first Asahina was Isawa Asahina, a young shugenja and master of air of the Phoenix clan. He grew up in times of war when the Phoenix were at war with the Lion. A truce was brokered, thanks to the Crane clan, but Asahina was furious because of it. He believed that the Phoenix would eventually win from the Lion if there was never a truce at all. He also wanted to be the Phoenix samurai deaths against the Lion not to be in vain. He ravages many Crane villages, slaughtering the villagers and animals on his way, until he came to a coastal village called Kimura. There was one samurai that finally stood in his path. She stood between Asahina and the village, ever drawing her katana or raising her voice. Asahina taunted her, but she did not budge. At last, Asahina enshrouded her body in flames, burning her hair and armor. She fell to her knees and looked at him, tears streaming from her eyes. He looked at her and was preparing to strike her again with flames in his hands. To Asahina's amazement, the samurai lifted herself up, preparing for the attack yet again. Asahina asked her why she kept doing this. The girl answered, "You cannot be allowed to bring any further shame to the memory of your kin. The crane entered this war to bring peace." And as she spoke, she fell on her knee in the dust. "I will not fight you." Asahina stared at her, and his flames were dimming. "You would give your life so needlessly?" "Innocence must not die. No more must die in the name of peace," she answered. Her eyes closed. Asahina stared in shock and horror at her limp body. "Have I fallen so far?" he whispered, and knelt beside the body of the maiden. "You are right. There has been enough war." He carried her body to the palace of the Doji and stood before their champion. It was many months before she healed, although she was forever scarred. She married Isawa Asahino, who left behind his old destructive life and dedicated himself to peace. He joined the Crane clan and brought with him many of his peaceful brothers and sisters and much knowledge from the Isawa libraries. Together with his bride, they began the first Crane Shugenja school. With this, the Asahina forever swore themselves to the Crane and to peace. The Daidoji family. Their mon depicts a crane, wings outstretched above the snake, wrapped about a yari. The Daidoji family are among the bravest fighters of Rokugan. They are students of war, and their lineage descends from the youngest son of Lady Doji and Kakita. In court, they rather let their doji cousins do the talking, while the Daidoji gather intel, always looking for a weakness in the enemies of the Crane. They are the military force of the Crane clan. When the Yasuki defected, those who decided to stay with the Crane joined the Daidoji, and afterwards the Daidoji openly despised the Yasuki. That's it for the Crane clan. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time I will be talking about the Dragon clan, and yeah, this time I will not take a year to make another video. I promise you that. I am already working on the next one as we speak, as my hardware works again, my software works again, everything is working again, so I can just continue getting these videos out, probably once a month. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if I missed anything, or, well, if you want to hear specific stories about any of the clans. See you all next time. Bye bye.